NFC South matchup between the Indianapolis Colts and the Houston Texans. And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. Out onto the field comes the Colts offense for their first series, and at quarterback, a new name this year to the franchise, of course, but certainly not new to the league. A 15-year vet, former league MVP, Matt Ryan.
In a storied career that has spanned 14 seasons and nearly 60,000 yards through the air, we're seeing a brand new chapter for Matt Ryan this year. With Atlanta in a rebuild, Ryan was dealt to Indianapolis, who is their sixth Week 1 quarterback in 6 seasons. One of the most decorated quarterbacks still active, this move will keep Ryan on a contender as he chases his first career Super Bowl title.
Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down. Here's Ryan. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also move the sticks. First and 10, Taylor now. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 10 more there and another first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10. Again, it's Taylor. And he's going to be close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Texans' 39. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive alive.
I like this focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need 1. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up 2.
Now they'll throw it with Ryan. He'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. On second down, it's Taylor. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more. Back to Taylor on first down. Desmond King making the tackle.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now Ryan. He's got the tight end, Mo Alley Cox. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. It's been a pretty long opening drive. This will be play number 11 coming up on 3rd down. Here's Ryan. And he'll find... And the ball is knocked out. And the Texans scoop it.
Let's face it, everybody at the start of a game has a mental image of how they expect it to go, and I think that was going exactly as they scripted it offensively. Moving the ball well, seemingly in control, and that fumble, that's got to be a little bit deflating, don't you think?
Yeah, foiled the whole plan there, turned the ball over. As the Texans offense runs out, we get a peek at the man under center. Second-year quarterback Davis Mills out of Stanford.
I think when we really analyze the 2021 NFL season, Houston Texans quarterback Davis Mills, he deserves a lot more credit than he got for leading a bad team last season. Circumstances led the 3rd-round rookie to being thrown in as the team starter, and he really came on after some early struggles. 4 300-yard games from him, he led Houston to a big upset of the Chargers to help keep L.A. out of the playoffs.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. they'll run the option to the short side left. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. We're scoreless after 1. Ready for the second quarter from Houston. It's the Texans in possession of the football as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, here's Mills. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. That'll go for a gain of 13, helping big time to get away from that end zone. 1st down.
And that's a much-needed completion right there on 3rd down. Really a sigh of relief, isn't it? They're backed up deep. You know they don't want to give the ball back to the other guys. A great field position. They needed that throw, that completion, that 1st down.
Mills throw there, complete to Rodgers. Finding space at the 40. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. It's a gain of 35.
The timing was absolutely true as he caught it working across the field. Plenty of space for him to roam, but notice how he keeps his head on a swivel, looking for defenders who may crop up out of nowhere. That turned into a big play.
And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
On 2nd and 12, Mills. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Mills to throw it. And that will be incomplete.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. And they'll let this one go right on the outskirts of the 10. They'll down it at the 11-yard line. We'll remind you that coming up tonight, the first Sunday nighter of the new season. And how about this for a matchup? The Buccaneers and the Cowboys from Dallas, 8:20 Eastern. Then tomorrow, Monday night, just one game here in Week 1 this year. And it'll pit the Broncos and Seahawks as Russell Wilson makes his Bronco debut. And, of course, where is it? Seattle. Coincidence? We'll let you decide. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now it's Ryan. Out of his hands quickly to Pittman. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. They'll run the toss here with Taylor. Trying to get out wide, but he's going to be tackled right near the line of scrimmage. And there to make the tackle, Steven Nelson. You don't see that a ton, do you? A cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball is moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played. He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the 1st down. Now to be 4th and short.
Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. A minute 55 left to go in the first half of play. Fans, a reminder, coming up at this and every halftime this season, we'll be checking in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando for highlights and analysis and scores from around the NFL here in this opening weekend.
Let's put the coach to work.
Mills now looks to throw on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. Mills throw, take it in there by Cooks. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a first down. A first down throw for Mills. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position you have to be, you just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball.
It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
And his pass incomplete.
Ray certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. To throw, Mills. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. On 4th down, out is the punter, Cameron Johnston, to boot it away. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts going to take over now late in this first half. And with a little under a minute to play, they may be looking to pick up some yardage here, maybe try and come up with a field goal to seize the lead before intermission. Throwing now, Ryan on first down. The toss here completed to Pittman. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. They'll throw on first down with Ryan. And that's caught left side by Mo Alley-Cox. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it's second down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players. Somehow.
And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. To punt on 4th down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. 39-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And with only 9 seconds remaining, well, not much time, we'll see how they play this. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
He was trying to get that one out to his running back out of the backfield, but that one was read and timed perfectly, and they were able to break it up.
Final play of the half, Mills. They dial up the screen here to Burkhead. And he is going to lose yardage here. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season. So let's take our first trip around the NFL. We begin week 1 up in our nation's capital, or just outside it to be more accurate. Jacksonville in town to take on Washington. And it's the visiting side who have the lead in that one. Carson Wentz has thrown a couple of touchdown passes there. From there, we head down south to Atlanta to check on the Falcons at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And they've got the lead in their ball game over the visiting New Orleans Saints. Marcus Mariota, 3 touchdown passes. Lastly, let's get you to Charlotte, North Carolina. Check on the Panthers at home at Bank of America Stadium. And for the moment, they trail the visiting Browns in that one. Deshaun Watson has thrown a touchdown pass. Meanwhile, in our game, to call it a defensive battle would be an understatement. 0-0 is our score. We'll be looking for something.
We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And what could he possibly be thinking? He just took the fair catch at the 1-yard line. Major mistake. For the Texans getting ready to go here to begin the third quarter. And we thought this game had the potential to be tight, maybe not this tight, scoreless as we start the third quarter.
And I love the way you use the word tight. I'm going to take it a little bit different direction here because it's not just tight on the scoreboard. I think both offenses have been tight in how they've played this game. No one's been loose. No one's been free. They've got to find a way to make some plays, and I don't think you do it if you're really tight in everything that you're doing in the game.
He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
And they were backed up to start the drive, but not anymore. Now, that's the play call that the offensive coordinator had in his head. You saw the end result. He wanted to go ahead and push the ball downfield, and that's what they did, and they wound up with good yardage there to get things rolling.
1st and 10, it's Pierce. And he'll get this out to the 30-yard line. 15 more yards there, and quickly another first down. Mills going to keep it on the option right. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. He had the option there, decided to keep it, exposed himself and fumbled it.
Yeah, and you worry about the hits he's going to take in that situation. In this case, not only does he take the hit, he coughs the ball up, as you noted.
Here's the Colts now as they get ready for their first possession on offense of the second half. To the right side, this is Taylor. Jerry Hughes on the stop.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sit through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. Ryan now to throw on third down. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll run here with Taylor. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
Jonathan Taylor, a touchdown machine. He's going to get plenty of looks down here near the goal line. So if I'm on defense, I might start getting prepared to see his number called a couple of more times.
On 2nd and goal, Ryan. That one thrown away from the pocket. And the officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass. On 3rd and goal, Ryan. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Mo Alley Cox from 3 yards out. And the Colts use the short field to get in for 6. Well, these two teams battled through a scoreless first half. Finally, a breakthrough here in quarter number 3.
And I just wonder how that played for both of them psychologically, because when you battle through a scoreless first half, now you know that every possession is increasingly crucial. Who can put points on the board, make the other team chase? Wonder if you get a lift and if they get deflated a little bit.
Rodrigo Blankenship now for the PAT. And he's 1 for 1 on the new year as his kick is good. That time a 6-play drive. And the result for the Colts is a touchdown. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. This will be fielded inside the 5. And with a marker down, he's up just past the 25-yard line, but I think they're going to be going backwards. Let's check the call. So already not the best of kick returns there, but that penalty, that adds insult to injury and backs him up even closer to the goal line.
Yeah, not ideal field position to begin a drive, is it? Because the extra pressure now goes on the offense. They've got to get some early yards and get away from the shadow of their own goalposts. What every offense wants to do in this situation, get 2 first downs to help out with field position at the least.
Charles, let's get a look at the draft class for this offense. Remember, no first-round picks this year. They traded it away. How much of a detriment is that?
Well, what they're hoping is the reason they traded away that first-round pick, that player won't be a detriment. He'll be an improvement for their team. And now as you get into the later rounds, in the middle rounds of this draft, that's when you're...
He's got a man, complete. The 20. Touchdown, Houston. Brandon Cooks, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Texans are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. There you go, Charles. His first touchdown pass of the new season.
And he had a strong rookie year. So much more expected of him this one, as you might imagine. He threw that one with confidence and assuredness.
And I noticed that the celebration a little bit more subdued than his first touchdown pass last year as a rookie.
Yeah, he certainly is acting like he's done it before.
Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy two-play drive that time. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And Rodgers will hold on to this one, and it'll come out to the 25. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 59 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
They run once more with Taylor. Taken down at the 42.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Running straight ahead, Taylor. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts 1st down. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. A give for Taylor running right side. And he's going to be stopped here for no gain. And that's going to take us to the end of the third quarter play. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 3rd down, Ryan. And this will be swung out wide for Taylor. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
Now a handoff. Taylor with it. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Touchdown, Colts. Michael Pittman from 19 yards away. And the Colts answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. So, Charles, this game feels like it has been punch, counter punch all throughout, and that touchdown breaks our tie here in the 4th quarter.
You're making me want to get back in the gym and start training again. You're talking about those punches and counter punches. I also think this is where you and I start thinking to ourselves, who's going to make the play to change that, right? Who's going to get out of this little cycle that they're in right now and make a play and give their team a firm advantage?
Sanchez now. He'll kick it away following the touchdown. This fielded right at the goal line. And he returns this to the 22. And now out comes Houston. And now after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. Just week one, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a 1st down.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different. Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Rodney McLeod up to make the tackle. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Now Mills. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Steps away to his left. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Julian Blackman. And the Colts are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. That, Charles, the first interception he's thrown here in year number 2.
And I know it's just the first one, but didn't it feel like what we saw from him last year, where he was plagued by this type of a play? And they thought that, over the offseason, going into a second season, some of that would go away. Thus far, still looks a lot like his rookie year.
Ryan and the Colts getting set here, 1st and 10. At their own 20-yard line. He'll start with a give to Taylor. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. On 3rd down, here's Taylor. And he is going to lose yardage here. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to punt for Indianapolis. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like right at the 40. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. Mills back to throw. Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darius Leonard, the linebacker. And he will bring it back. And interception return for a Colts TD. But just add that to the list of great moments for this defense today. They've really shredded that game plan on the other side all 4 quarters. And, Charles, that pick 6, that's kind of the cherry on top.
Yeah, they did it, and I feel like I'm quoting a bad movie line, but they did it together, didn't they? Fed off of each other, every big play they made, every tackle, every pick, everything they've done. They continually built energy in this one, and how about them culminating with a pick 6?
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good, and it's now 21-7. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. From the 6. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. So here is Mills and the Texans. Down by 2 touchdowns. A little over a minute and a half remaining. It's been a struggle to score all day, and now they need to do it twice here late to have a chance. After the pick 6 a moment ago, here's Mills again. Flush to his right. He's got a man complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. He's got Jordan complete right side. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. A lot of effort there for just a 3-yard gain, and now second down.
I like the design of that play, or shall I say the way it ended up. Quarterback ends up to the right side. You know, he gets outside of the pocket. How about the tight end staying in his sight line and getting...
And this is caught down for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Time definitely of the essence now, just under a minute to play, and here we go. Oh, the Texans may have recovered. They did recover. So they've accomplished half the mission, Charles. They get the onside kick. They do need a touchdown here, but they've got some time to do it.
In the excitement, there's no need to press. Plenty of time. They have the opportunity. Now they just need to execute and finalize things.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. This secondary as a unit, they've worked really well together in this one, especially late.
A lot of cohesiveness, a lot of communication, and some great athleticism. They're playing so well now, a nickname is sure to follow. They're going to have to name this whole unit.
And this will be caught at the 30. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Here's Mills. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Grover Stewart getting in there for the sack. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them, because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You're talking about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA and power forward. It's a really difficult task.
Mills, 4th down, gotta have it. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line. Boy, So another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it,